What's up, Klamath Falls? This is Mike.
And what's up, Klamath Falls? This is Dave. We are on the same side of the table today, so we have Kat Maynard with us today.
Oh,
Hi, Kat.
Hi. What's up, Klamath Falls?
Right? So, Kat has Kat's Deed Preparation, and just a small business that we are trying to promote and get the word out on. Super nice person. She hosts some events and that, and I don't want to steal all your thunder necessarily, so I'll let you take over the mic and talk about what you do. You know, you have the document or the deed service, but then you also do other things too. So
So my business, the Cat Seed Preparation, was created just based on what I did for many years, which I was in escrow for 15 years. And so when we decided to make a move, originally from California, so when we decided to make a move, I didn't want to do it anymore, but I did it because we moved to Klamath Falls about 6 years ago. And I thought, okay, well, we'll take a position, learn Oregon's process, and then I got to find something else to do. Well, after I decided to get out of the escrow business, I took a position over at the county and I started processing some deeds there and saw the other side of escrow when things are recorded. And there are so many mistakes, and you can't really walk anybody through on the county level because they consider it legal advice. And so the more that I saw, it would break my heart. You see these, especially my senior citizen peeps, you know, you'd see them struggling with stuff. And when you do those wrong, you can create big clouds on the title of your home.
okay,
And so I just sat on that for a little bit. And then when I moved over into another position in the county, I started thinking I should start a job. I should start something that helps people with this process. And so I reached out to a friend who had done it back in California and said, hey, what did you do? Because I see there's a big need over here for something like this. So different people gave me some input, and I started the process. So basically what I do is I help people with changes that they need to make to the ownership of their home. You have scenarios where somebody may want to, add or remove somebody from their title. Maybe they're in this estate planning process and you have, mom's on title, dad passed away, and I have one daughter or a daughter and a son, and I don't want this to go to probate. So
Right.
do I bring them into title? Do I transfer it to them upon passing? Do I look at doing a trust, which I don't do trusts, but I do refer to people who do. But kind of help be that person that they can bounce it off of. And so once they decide what they want, my position, because it is legal documents and I'm not an attorney, it's considered self-help. So you tell me what you want to do, and I'm going to make sure it goes into all the right places so it's done right for you. Because people butcher these and it's bad. And if you mess it up, it creates a cloud. You got to fix it. It could be some costly stuff.
very costly. Yeah.
So, anywhere from like transfer and death deeds, there's a process that happens when people file small estate probates. They file that with the county. Most people don't know that after you've filed it, there's a process to get it out of the estate name and into like the heirs, or if there is a will, there's a deed in that process that needs very specific verbiage. So I'll help them with that. Or if they've had a name change from a divorce, or maybe there was a divorce and one of the spouses never came off of title. I mean, there's so many scenarios that I deal with that. And it's been really successful. I mean, I've built, it's going on a little over 3 years, and it's just progressed like each year. And so now I'm working with other counties. I'm working with more realtors and lenders, more title companies. Beyond that, I'll do notary signings. They're not my favorite, but I'll do them because it's business.
Right.
But primarily, I love helping people with the ownership process.
So you are a notary as well.
I am.
I used to be years ago.
Hey, it's a good gig.
It is. It is.
So I've got some things in the back burner to maybe work out a filler spot so that this can be a a full business. But right now I do have an office downtown where I share with a local attorney, and we use that specifically for signings, and I do most of my stuff from home. But, I'm willing to go to people if they need it. Just depends, case by case scenario.
Okay. And I just went through in 21, my dad passed away. And so we had to deal with the estate and all that. And on the lucky side, I suppose, I'm an only child, so that made the process a lot easier.
Right.
But yeah, there's still a lot of detail stuff. Fortunately, my wife has experience in the industry, and so she was able to guide me through it. Otherwise, I would have definitely reached out to somebody like you,
Yep.
because otherwise, somebody like me that doesn't have any experience with that, you're staring at a bunch of paperwork. You really don't know. And if it goes into probate, I mean, that you can almost lose everything, it seems like, in probate.
Well, not to mention it's really, really expensive. There's options that people can do, but there's also tax consequences if you don't choose wisely. So, knowing, should I bring somebody into title? Have I owned this property for, 50 years? But if you bring somebody in the mixed of that, they actually acquire title at your tax basis, which, if it's your kid's intent to sell it after mom passes away and you come on title and they've owned it forever, you could be, paying some big taxes. So there's definitely different things that people need to consider. And at a glance, I can't give the advice on it, but I can say, hey, you might want to talk to somebody before you decide which option you want to do. For me, it's a trust. The trust is always the best way to do it, but it's not always in everybody's budget. So there are options. And we talk about them. I always say, I'm talking freely. I'm not giving you advice. We're just talking freely.
Off the record.
Off the record.
Right?
But I think that's why people like it. I do a lot of little mini YouTube videos, and I try to simplify like what it is, because you hear cat's deed preparation, and the first thing people do is they look at you and you're like, okay, what do you do? Then you start talking about it, and then it's like, oh, I need to talk to you. My dad just died, mom's on title, and we got to figure out what we're going to do. And so it always opens up a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I said, I would have been lost if it wasn't for the fact that she had, 20 something years in the industry and
Yep.
could guide us through it. Yeah. I would have been, at the mercy of somebody, so
Well,
I
you
would've
figure,
sought somebody like you out.
well, and your only options are, most people will start with the title company, but what people don't know is a title company can't do that for you unless you have some type, an escrow company is based on title insurance. If there's no title insurance involved, they can't do it. So they're going to refer you need to, Google an attorney or a document preparer, and then they end up finding me, which I've worked really hard at being number one on document preparation. So when they Google that, they always will find me.
Good.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, you did your homework. I Googled you before we started the show, and she number one.
Yeah.
Well, you can Google an attorney, and I'll fall in that category. You can Google title companies, and I'll fall in that category. But I did a lot of work on making sure I fall in the right spaces when people are looking for something.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
also
that's smart.
five-star, by the way.
I am.
Very good. Very good. We don't have any 4-star people in here, so outside of me, maybe, I don't know. Well, and in addition to that, you are working on some activities that are going to be coming up this summer. So first up, we have the Bubble Run in June.
Yeah, that's actually sponsor hosted by United Way, and I'm a volunteer in that. So I told them, I'm going to talk about this because we got to get people in here because it's for a good cause. I'm in the early stages, so I'm not really sure, because they're all nonprofits, so where those dollars are going yet, but they always go to a good cause. But the Bubble Run will be at Steen Sports Park. I think I said June 28th.
At 9 a.m. it looks like.
9 a.m. It'll be super fun. They're going to have a bunch of bubble stations all over, and I think some colored foam for people to run through. And I think possibly some other little activities for like kids that don't want to do the run. They're going to have some type of apparatus or something that they'll be guided through to make it really fun. Music, just photo booths.
Is
Cool
this for
stuff.
all ages, or is it more of a kid-oriented?
It's all ages.
Okay.
I think they're trying to structure it so that anybody who wants to participate can. So,
Good deal.
yeah, it'll be really fun.
Okay. And then after that is the color run?
Color Run. Color Run is in September 13th at 11 a.m. Also at Sports Steen Sports Park.
Kind of a tongue twister.
And so yeah, that one's really fun. I did that one last year and we had a bunch of volunteers and we just, you're learning the first round, like what you need to do. So it'll be set up a little bit differently this time. But lots of color, lots of fun. And, I just think it's really cool. Everybody these are a mess, but it's totally worth it. And I think that one's done by KCAR, which is the Klamath County Association of Realtors.
Okay.
I'm an affiliate with them. And again, I'm in charge of volunteers because, I'll start grabbing people and we need volunteers for both.
Okay. I think you might have rounded up a couple of volunteers to MC that event.
I did. I'm so glad you guys are going to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So,
Good time.
yeah.
Yeah, just get everybody pumped up. You guys got great voices for it, so I think it'll be
thanks.
cool.
Yeah, no, looking forward to it. So there's a little news before it was news, but Dave and I will be emceeing that event, September 13th. And then much sooner than that, and this is how we met. So if I might interject real quick,
Yeah.
but Kat has started these mixers, and it's kind of like a Chamber of Commerce mixer, but kind of not. I think it's a little more relaxed. I don't know. It was just a great vibe. The first was that the first one that we went to at the
No,
booth?
we've been doing it for about a year now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I'll call it casual if we were there.
right.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Very casual, relaxed
Meet and greet?
atmosphere.
Yeah.
With cocktails.
With cocktails.
that helps.
That's absolutely. So February 20th, it's again at the
Yeah,
Coop.
at the Coop. I love the Coop Lounge. They always make the best drinks.
They do. Jared's a great host.
He is a great host. And they're just fun. It's a great way to get people out there to step outside of their comfort zone. You start building a bigger circle. Anytime somebody asks me for something now, I always know who I'm going to refer. They just come to they just come to me. And so that was the whole thing behind it, was helping people build that. And it's not everybody's comfort zone to go to those and, hey, I'm Kat.
Right.
So for me, and there's a few other people that I work with, Billy Sorg with Klamath River Mortgage, Amy Samsel with Klamath Candy, and Erica Chavola with Ika's Creations. They are my support. They help me with when we have these events, just kind of maneuver people. If we see somebody off to the side, we want to make sure they're in the middle of this. Hey, have you met, Mike with Big Rooster Media? Have you, just helping people keeping them
Interactive.
moving. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And make it fun. I don't want it to be stuffy. You don't have to go there and pay to be there. If you want to grow and you want to build your network and you want to meet new people, you want to get your business out there, to me, that's the best opportunity to do that.
And you were asking me before we started recording this that, why I decided to do this. And it's kind of the same thing. It's, I like Klamath Falls, I like Klamath County, and we just want to give something back to the community.
Absolutely.
And again, this isn't necessarily something everybody's comfortable with either. But I like to think once we get going, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I think no, it's not. I get kind of shy. But if you get me talking about things that I like, I'll talk all day. I'll talk your ear off.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so that's kind of the point or the goal, is we want your business to be featured and to be able to talk about it. So, and we have fun doing it. So,
Yeah.
I think that's the way the mixers are too. I mean, I think the one we went to was 12, 15 people there. It's just,
it's more like 20.
Yeah.
well, it's small. It's
Yeah.
approachable. It's not intimidating. It's
You can grab a cocktail off the bar and go
Yeah.
swagger around and meet some folks and
Absolutely. And they're different. Like you'll get some of the regulars, but then you always get a new mix of people, and it's absolutely worth it.
yeah, it is. It is. And I'm not knocking the chamber mixers. I've gone to those as well, and Anything you can do to get out if you have a business that you're trying to develop. I mean, go to everything.
Well, and that's why I offer, like, if people want to host them, like, if I can't find somebody to host, I host it myself, because these are going to keep going. But when I say host, you have an opportunity to, it's hosted by Cat's Deed Preparation, and every time I post this, your name's going to be out there, and all the host has to do is offer a couple little hors d'oeuvres at the mixer. I'll find the venue, I'll find the place who's going to let us have it there. You offer a few little things for people to munch on. Everybody buys their own drinks. You bring your cards and you just come and socialize.
Okay.
Super easy.
Yeah. Well, we might have to talk.
Yeah. Love for you guys to host it.
Well, I would too, but we don't really have the room here, so.
But to me, we choose the local spots. We just had one at, Garisol's. It was a little tight, but they made it work for us. That's why I like going to the Coop. Jared always just makes it super easy for us to kind of get in there. Hey, you have this hat, but we end up taking the whole darn thing up.
Right.
But he's cool with it. And, I don't care if it's the same spot. It's the vibe that everybody gets when you're there.
Right.
I might have a connection to another Mexican place too.
Right. True story.
Ah.
See that a little down the road.
Okay.
Little insider information. What else do you have going on? Is there anything else that you'd like to pursue, or?
Not too much. I'm always one of those people that's always looking to see what I can do to add something or to get my name out there. So, I am looking at some other options of possibly joining the chamber, or possibly being a part of the, I think it's the Klamath Basin Builders Expo that's coming up in March. That one is put on by, I think it's Fairfield Realty that does that. And that's a big event. So just doing whatever I can to get my business out there. I'm one of those people who's not afraid to go walk business to business and introduce myself, take cards. I wish more people did that, because it takes guts, but you just get your name out there.
And that personal approach is priceless. You can hear an ad on the radio or whatever, but actually meeting somebody face to face, you can't beat that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So things in the works. We'll see.
Good.
I'm still growing.
Right. We're doing the same. And then can I share your information on your card here?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you think you could use Cat service, her number is 541-363-7696, or Cat's Deed Preparation at gmail.com. All one word, Cat's Deed Preparation. So if you could need some help with deeds or something along those lines with real estate, it sounds like she'd be the person to contact first to get you steered in the right direction.
Absolutely. And if I can't help, I'll find somebody who can.
Perfect.
And actually, don't forget also volunteers for basically everything we've talked about, the bubble run, the color run, and then if you want to host and or small business, want to get your name out, join us for a mixer.
Yeah, join us for a mixer. I believe we will be at the one at the Coop on the 20th. And that's how we met Kat and got her. She wanted to be on the show. And if you would like to be on this as well, that's one way to do it, is meet up with us, and we'll get you scheduled. You can always reach out at bigroostermedia@gmail.com or on our Facebook page, Big Rooster Media. But you have a Facebook as well, don't you?
Also, Cat's Deed Preparation.
Okay.
Or if they want to learn more about me, they can go to the website too, catsdeedpreparation.net.
.net. Okay.
And it's cat with a K.
I'm going to make a note of that. Mm-hmm. If I can spell it. There.
Awesome.
I can read it. I got my own secret code. It's kind of like shorthand for words. I don't know. Do you have anything else, Dave?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I
you
appreciate
coming on.
Yeah,
Spreading the word.
absolutely.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for letting me come on here and do this. This was really fun. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Once we get going, we try to make it as comfortable and as relaxed of a conversation as possible. And we want to make sure it suits your interest, because it's about you when you're here.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. And anytime down the road, if you ever want to come back, we're always here.
Awesome.
So,
thank you.
thanks a lot. And keep an eye out for Dave and I at the Color Run on September 13th. at Steen Sports Park. Tongue twister. And then don't forget the bubble run on June 28th at Steen's, and then the mixer on February 20th at the Coop. And hopefully we'll see you at some or all of those events.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks a lot, Kat. Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
being here.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.